Hey everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are having a great long weekend. It's the end of long weekend, so I hope you all had a great long weekend. I know I'm posting a long form video on YouTube after a really long time. Just with traveling and work and a lot of other commitments, just YouTube became like a second priority or probably like a last priority for me. I'm not really proud of that, but I have really not been in the mental headspace to post a video. And usually my videos are based on self motivation and mental development and mental health and stuff like that. And for that, my own mental health needs to be intact, and I need to be in a headspace where I can talk about heavy topics like that. So whenever I'm busy with work and all of those things, I don't like to talk that much, and because of that, my YouTube was suffering. But don't worry, I'm back, and I'm back with a sweet and short video. It's going to be short, and I hope it's sweet. We are going to talk about self-respect in relationships a little bit. Yes, I think I'm dropping the bomb right there and then. We are going to talk about why self-respect is important in relationships and friendships, and why it and how it helps you from going back to places and equations that might be harmful for you. Now, even though we all know what self-respect basically is, and we all know the importance of it, I think a lot of times we forget self-respect when we are making a decision. Because some of us, we lack that, and I'm sure all of us have made decisions in our lives and gone back to equations, which has led to the compromise of our self-respect, and it's completely okay and normal, and it's all a healing and growing journey for all of us. Um, but I was thinking that there are other virtues, right? Like there are patience, and there is love, and there is respect, and other things. But most importantly, I've seen people having healthy relationships, healthy friendships, healthy relationship with their parents and extended family, etc., etc. And I think people who have healthy relationships, they have this one factor called self-respect, and they are very, very adamant on it. No matter what happens when they are making decisions related to who they want to keep in their life and who they don't want to. Self-respect is something that they keep in center. And even with other people, sometimes I've seen my friends and family members having really tough time with relationships, including myself. And I definitely think that those are the periods where they have forgotten about their self-respect, or they have kept their self-respect um, on a compromising scale. And I'm not saying that it is just because of that. Sometimes just wrong people enter your life, shit happens, wrong things happen, and it's completely normal. But other than that, हम सब ने एक ऐसा रिलेशनशिप, एक ऐसा फ्रेंडशिप जिया है where we go back to the person that we shouldn't have, where we welcome that friend again, where we forgive that relative again, and forget the way they have hurt us. And you know, self-respect is very important in making sure that we don't do these mistakes. And I tell you how. Not in a very traditional way, but I've been thinking about this like last night. I thought that I'll just share my story out loud with you guys. जब हमें कोई इंजरी लगती है, like for example, whenever you know you touch a hot vessel, let's say, you get that sensation right there and then you forget about it, correct? But the next time when someone gives you a hot vessel, you'll make sure to check, and you'll ask the person, and you'll check if that vessel is hot or not before touching it. Not because you still have that sensation in your hands, but you remember that, and you don't want that to happen again, right? दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक के पीता है, same proverb, right? So even though that sensation is gone, and you might not really remember what that pain felt like, but you don't want to feel that pain again. You don't want to feel that sensation again because you don't want to put your body through it, right? It hurts. Similarly, when it comes to emotional and mental and psychological pain and injuries, sometimes, let's say, a person has not slapped us, but a person has said something to us which is really hurtful, has done something that's really hurtful, cheating in relationships, flakiness in friendships, toxicity within your family, etc., etc. You get hurt then and there, right at the moment, and then when you move on, you move on. But few years, few months down the lane, when that person wants to come back to you, or when you just miss that person, you want to go back to them, but you have forgotten what that pain felt like. हमारे साथ ये होता है कि वो जो मेंटल पेन होता है, उसका जो रेपरकशन होता है, हम वो भूल जाते हैं. फिजिकल पेन हमेशा ध्यान में रहता है कि oh I even if it's a paper cut or even if it's a fracture you'll always remember how it stung but mental pain हम भूल जाते हैं and self-respect is something that will really help you in that situation because it's not about the amount of pain or it's not about the nature of the injury and it's not about the fact that you've forgotten how much it hurt you. Self-respect then tells you that even if you've forgotten the sensation, it does not matter. The fact that you were hurt and the fact that this person hurt you is something, is an energy, is a presence that you don't want in your life. You don't really have to remember it. That's why I think people keep on going back to wrong people, including myself, and keep on inviting those people in your life because you have forgotten the pain and the negativity that they brought to your life. But even if you have, your self-respect will tell you that just because you remember the fact that they hurt you, even if you have forgotten how it felt like, it's still a very okay reason for you to stop that. And sometimes when people also don't come back to your life, you go and you make a conscious effort and you seek those toxic people out just because you miss them. Whether it's an older, your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or your friend or a toxic relative, whatever that is, किसी की भी presence at some point if they have been really near and dear to your life, you miss that presence, right? Like jokes that you used to make or the moments that you had. And it's absolutely okay to actually miss people who have hurt you. I mean, the fact that they hurt you emotionally means that you were close to them. That's why they had that capacity to hurt you, right? But even if you miss them, even if in that weak moment when you want to make that call, when you see that person and you want to go and say hi and you want to rekindle a conversation and bring them back to your lives in whatever capacity, self-respect will tell you it's okay you miss them. It's completely fine. Miss them as much as you can, but you're not going back to it because that's not where you'll get your respect from. जब हम किसी को मिस करते हैं तो हम ये मिस करते हैं, हम वो फीलिंग मिस करते हैं, फीलिंग ऑफ लव, फीलिंग ऑफ बिलोंगिंगनेस, फीलिंग ऑफ बॉन्ड, एंड इट्स एब्सोल्युटली ओके. बट जब अगर आपके पास सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट है एंड सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट इज अ वर्च्यू दैट यू वैल्यू इन योर लाइफ, आप कहेंगे कि हमारे पास लव नहीं है, बॉन्डिंग नहीं है, दैट काइंड ऑफ वार्मथ इज नॉट देयर, दैट्स स्टिल ओके, रिस्पेक्ट इज देयर. और अगर लव, वार्मथ, बॉन्डिंग सब कुछ मिल जाएगा हमें वो कन्वर्सेशन करने के बाद, पर अगर सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट नहीं होगा, अगर हमें नहीं लगेगा कि हम अपने आप को रिस्पेक्ट कर सकते हैं और हमें नहीं लगेगा कि आप हमें रिस्पेक्ट कर रहे हैं, then that love and warmth and bonding, even if we get it back, will have no meaning. So that this is a two-factor authentication that just really saves you from going back to a toxic situation or a toxic person. Now, having said that and having given all that lecture, have I always followed it? No. Have I entertained wrong people in my life? Absolutely, with a lot of zeal and zest. I have been a people pleaser for a really long time. I think I'm doing better now. And sometimes I feel like, this person was really special to me before, and if this person is making effort now, let's just welcome them or whatever that is. But I think whenever I have dodged that situation or whenever I've dodged that person, it's only because I was like, not anymore. This is not worth my time. This is not worth my energy. I have limited mental space. I have limited life, and I have limited respect. And अगर मैं इसको लेके आऊंगी, I won't be able to sleep well at night, and I would keep on questioning myself कि तुमने अपने साथ क्यों किया? This is a very self-destructive decision that you take. But on the other hand, whenever I've made that decision of rekindling that conversation or जब भी कोई toxic इंसान वापस मेरी life में entry कर रहा है and I've entertained that entry, most of these times I have just let it happen or made it happen because I just missed the person and I didn't really care if there was respect or not. I just really missed the person, that feeling of being around them and all of those things. And that's really not nice. Sometimes, especially family में तो ये हो जाता है कि how come I cut off my chacha chachi or how come I cut off my mama mami or whosoever, like they did, blood relation. But self-respect, blood relationships, especially in Indian families, जहाँ families इतनी बड़ी और इतनी close होती हैं, self-respect कहता है कि respect is earned and my bond and my relationship is earned. Just because I'm related to you by blood, it doesn't mean automatic पूरा आपके पास privilege है to use me or treat me the way you want. So over there also, I think it really helps because self-respect is this one reason that will negate all the other reasons why would you want that toxic situation back. क्योंकि अगर वहां से रिस्पेक्ट नहीं मिल रहा है एंड you have self-respect, then you will discard all the bonds like that. You will remember the hurt day that they caused you, even if you don't remember the repercussions. You will still be able to stay away from them, even if you miss them. You will allow them to be miserable, that's okay. Be miserable in their absence, it's okay. And third, you will be able to not go into these formalities of blood relationships or, we have been friends since we were LKG or something like that, and still choose what makes sense for you right now, what makes you feel respected and valued and cherished right now. So I think that's why self-respect is very important in this virtue we need to really ingrain in ourselves and tell ourselves that we are wonderful human beings and we don't need to be treated like a second priority or we don't need to entertain apologies that don't mean anything. We don't need to have people in our lives that will keep on hurting us back and back because there are so many people in the world and I'm telling you, एक इंसान जाता है दूसरा वापस आता है. You are going to meet nicer people. You are going to meet people जिनको तुम्हें second chance देने की जरूरत नहीं होगी. They are going to be good to you. They are going to treat you exactly the way you want to be treated from the get. So yeah, this is something that I have been struggling with, and I've struggled with a lot in my friendships and relationships. So I thought I'll just share it here and I really want to be mindful of this fact myself. So मुझे लगा मैं वीडियो बना दूं. कुछ नहीं तो अपना वीडियो ही देख सकती हूँ YouTube पे वापस जाकर के. So I'm my own audience. I'm not creating it for the extended audience. Um, yeah, this is a Uno reverse card that I'm playing. I hope you like this video and so sorry if there's any loyal audience out there who's waiting for my video. So sorry for posting this video after such a long time. I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully very soon.